Hey guys, hi. Aramide was rapping shortly before we recorded this episode. I don't know if she wants to continue on rapping because she sounded like she had some sort of Lauryn Hill level flow. Do you wanna introduce the people with your 16, quick 16?
I don't know what that means. And
Wow.
number two, what's it called? You said Lauryn Hill. I can't obviously match up to her level, so you just set me up for failure. But what I was gonna say is, welcome to Second Nature Pod. We're back again today. We're gonna talk about Jesus. He saves the day.
Hey, bars.
Rap. Ew, ew.
Why is JIREH being a hater?
This is
JIREH literally gave us Anna mentioned it, and then JIREH literally started
the bars
about
of Aramide Yusuf,
20
and
seconds
representative
later.
of the Second Nature podcast.
Why are you
They
saying my full
solely
name? Why?
They are her by herself. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Are people going to find out who you are by your full name? Well, yes, but are they going to come and chase you down? Well, if there's suitable match men out there that want to chase you down, you might want to call the police. Yeah.
She doesn't want a man, she wants to sponsor BT.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You don't, guys. My views have changed.
Speaking of sponsors, guys, if you go to my social media pages, I have a link in my bio. If anyone wants to support me in my wedding that's coming up, that's fantastic. Link in my bio. You know, my social media pages is J_AN95 on Instagram, and I believe it is Ray_G95 on Twitter. Yeah. Yes. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm getting married soon.
Go find that link. We'll share it on
to support
Second Nature as well.
If anyone likes to support me in my singleness, because it's hard actually, DM me. I am A-OK receiving money. Obviously only, Great British pounds,
sterling,
USD, yep, and euros. I don't want any other currency. Maybe
Naira?
yen.
That's what you operate
God forbid.
Speaking of money, I wanted to bring up the topic of what's been going on in social media. Well, what I seen last week or like 2 weeks ago. You know, there's people out there that are not paying their photographers at their weddings. They're not paying their videographers. They're letting people go hungry while people are taking pictures. What's your views on that? Because obviously I'm gonna get married in like 3 weeks, and the idea of not paying my photographer to eat. Obviously, I'm already paying them, so they're already providing a service. But when we're already there in the day, if everyone's now chomping down on food and you're not eating alongside with us, it's a bit weird to me. What's your views on that?
I need to stop watching Nollywood movies because all I heard was, you think you can have this wedding after you doing the photographer? You're dead wrong. You are dead wrong. I think literally if it's like one of those weddings where it's not like where it's more like a buffet style, where someone can just take like 30 minutes just to go and get some food. But I think from what I've seen, the photographer wanted to eat and the person was like, no, we didn't pay you to feed you. And that's just, I don't get that. That's just disrespectful. That's just mannerless.
You know, it's what I don't know if it's what people actually do, or they're just coming on social media to say that they're doing it, I don't know. For some reason, I believe like people on Twitter just want to show other people up, saying, no, but I do this better than you, or I do this, I'm wicked, I can show you wickedness too, kind of mentality. And like you said, like if there's a buffet, why would, like, I don't get it. Why would you not allow people to eat? Because all I was seeing was pictures of shaky pictures. When your photographer now has no focus on you, has pictures of like tables, and
they're shaking because they have no glucose, because you starved them the entire day. No. Anna, what do you think? Because
to be honest, I didn't even know it was a thing. Like, I didn't know it was a thing to not like feed everyone that was there, because obviously all the weddings I've ever been to, like, especially because my mum's a caterer as well, so she's usually in the kitchens. They're always like, oh, can you put food aside for the DJ and his crew, photographers, videographers and their crew? Like, I've just never been even like set up people, decorators, for people that come in, like the decorators, when they come back at the end of the day and like clear up everything, they've also got their food like set aside already. So I've just never seen that before. So to me, I was like, this is very new. Like, and then I've seen in the comments like people saying how, they've seen weddings where the photographers just like pulling out their own packed lunch and like eating sandwich. I was like, no. I can't be real.
Fair,
How
I've seen pictures of like people having a Tesco meal deal come out.
Meal deal. That is ridiculous. I think that's ridiculous.
One thing I didn't like was people were saying, yeah, we'll feed our photographer and videographer. But what they meant by feeding them was buying them a meal deal. I thought, okay. So you're doing cheese and ham sandwich with ready salted crisp and a bottle of water, and you think this is acceptable? All I know is a photographer, they're really important on the wedding day, because
you want to capture things correctly.
if that is wrong, God help you, because after your wedding day, when you see the pictures and you can't really remember what happened.
Yeah. If your photographer or videographer are angry on the day, good luck.
You'll see.
Because you'll see in the pictures. You'll just see one blurry. You may kiss the bride is a blur.
Instead of I do, it's I don't. And that's the thing. Like, one thing I notice is, I think, is the way people just tend to treat quote unquote laborers. Like, you're clearly paying someone, and this isn't even just to do with like photographers or videographers. Even the way people treat like cleaners, for example, is kind of like, there's just this kind of air of disrespect in terms of, I'm paying you for your time, and so because of that I can kind of impose certain things over you. Because why is, like, all of us work or have worked or have done some sort of employment. As part of that, you have breaks. Legally, you're meant to have breaks for eating some food and whatnot. And so why would it be that there's a bountiful amounts of food, and you're now saying to someone, actually, we're not paying you to eat? Work, I think the person was working like 11 hours or so.
Yeah, so photographers tend to like work alongside the bridal party. They're not working, but they're the ones who are like up the longest on wedding days.
During prep, because they're there when everyone's getting ready, taking pictures for the whole day. Then when the bride and groom go take their wedding pictures, they go follow them the whole reception until the end. They're there, so it's like, it's a very long day for them.
And then they have to edit, and they have those aunties that are like, oh yeah, snap me. Like, they also have to contend with that as well. It's the truth. Or they're trying to take pictures, but someone's there with their iPad, and they have to now be, respectful. I think you should really pay people what they're owed. Yeah, and more. Don't try and cheat people out of like things. And like, yeah, honestly, I was baffled. I was baffled, and I still am, because what kind of rule is that?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, social media is very strange right now. I don't know if it's like was it post lockdown or maybe even before lockdown? You see like the same, like there'll be like one joke and everyone will know what that, like hours later, everyone know what you're talking about when you post a meme. But when you're not on social media, you have no idea what's going on. And I think last week or like 2 weeks ago, I tweeted like, Twitter isn't real life, or the things that we say in the Western world isn't indicative of what happens all around the world. But obviously people live their lives on social media. Everything they have is on social media. So when Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, sorry, shout out to all the conspiracy aunties out there, when WhatsApp went down, people didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do.
You know, when you were talking, what it reminded me of, I don't know if you guys have seen it, it's this video of this man who was carrying a dog home to kill and eat it. And then there was this guy who was standing next to him saying, "Oh my goodness, you're so cruel. You're gonna kill that dog. You're gonna eat that dog." And the guy was like, "I'm gonna show the world how disgusting, how crazy you are." The man was like, "Okay, go ahead."
Guess what? I'm gonna put this on the internet. They're gonna cancel you. It's like, okay, like.
And the man was like, "Go ahead." I can't lie. I mean, as a vegan, I don't advocate for the eating of animals, but the man felt so, I guess you could even
entitled.
say, entitled to say, "Don't eat that dog," when people eat cows and pigs every day. And then they then tried to threaten that man by getting him cancelled on the internet. And I was like, your entitlement is speaking. It's allowed, because here you are going to a foreign land and trying to cancel someone that doesn't even know your name. And the man did not give a heck. Even I was like, that's right, get on that moped, go home and feed your family.
They cancel who? Me?
Cancel care? Cancel what? No. But
it's your child that will be cancelled. It's your future generations.
Sir. But yeah, I think people didn't know how to act. I can't lie to you. I think I saw someone tweet, it was like his girlfriend's friend's birthday, and then Instagram went down and she was upset because no one could post her pic. And I said, people are finished. People are finished. People are lost. Nah, she was so upset. She was like, they can't post my birthday pictures. No one can see me slaying on the gram. And that's when I said, we need to be released from this matrix.
Yeah. I feel like Twitter or Instagram, I can't speak for Facebook. I do not use that app. I just have to because, Facebook links a lot of things together for you. So what's his name? Mark Zuckerberg, the evil and the wickedness that you have created, you will answer for them. You will answer for your crimes. But back to my point, I feel like it's such like an echo chamber. It's like
echo. It's echo. Echo is ECA. Echo is ECA.
Echo chamber. Yeah. So echo chamber. Oh, you want me to say echo chamber? I will now double down and say echo chamber. So I feel like social media is really such a echo chamber, because I feel like these platforms and their algorithms push certain things to certain people, so you never actually knows what goes on like on the other side of social media. So you'll be talking about something to maybe like a coworker, and they'll be like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but their Twitter is completely different to yours. Their Instagram is completely different to yours. And to me, it's just like, as Christians, sometimes we can fall into the trap as well, where we only see certain things, or we only see certain camps on social media, and we think, oh, it's those guys again, or, oh, yay, it's you. But we don't get like a full breadth or full depth of the body that is online. I think one of the things I was seeing a lot was people making jokes saying, with all these social media down, except for Twitter, everybody should be running to their Bible. Everybody should be spending time with God. So my question kind of is, do you think Christians are spending a lot of time on social media? You two might be the worst people to talk to about this, because you guys don't actually spend that much time on social media.
I was going to like, relative to like, obviously, let's say the last generation of people. I mean, social media is much more integrated in our lives. So I think it's hard to dictate like how much time is too much time. But I think I would say probably most people spend too much time, more than they should, on social media.
What do you constitute as too much time?
I think that's relative to a person. But if social media is taking over your ability to work efficiently or do the things you need to do in your day, I would say you're probably spending too much time on there, maybe. But like, obviously with some people it's their job, so then like what I'd say is too much time for them would be different to someone else, let's say, who's in uni full time and has got work to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, every week I get an update of my, not an update, but like a review of my screen time. And sometimes it's like, on average, you spent 6 hours on your phone. And that's with me like holding my phone and going through it. And that when I see that, I'm thinking 6 hours a day, like there's only 24 hours in a day. And if I spend 8 of it sleeping and I'm on my phone for 6 other hours, like how productive am I being? And I think you will know if you're spending too much on social media when you decide to take a break from social media. So for example, if you're in the bathroom, if you're at work, if you're in your lunch break and you want to take a break from work and the next thing you do is go to your phone, when that's taken away from you, you realize your inability to actually function properly. Like your hands will be itching for something. You find yourself reading the ingredients on detergents. Like you find yourself, no, that's true. You find yourself like,
it's so true.
yeah, because you want to keep on scrolling, right? So you're gonna find yourself on the BBC News website reading about sports you're not even interested in. Because
is that what you've been doing in work?
No, I don't do that in work. I look at the world bit.
She said, whoa, this NFL game is really exciting.
It's riveting. And I think that's when a lot of people realize that actually you don't know what to do if you don't have something in your hand. If you don't have a phone, you don't know how to sit still. And I think that's rampant in our generation. And I don't think Christians are different from that, because I think sometimes as Christian is that, well, we can use our social media to evangelize, so it's not that bad. But do you actually use your social media to evangelize? Or like we're using our social media to, correct misconceptions. These times you're just arguing with people in comment sections, or you're sending it to your group chat so you can argue privately without people knowing you want to argue publicly. So I think Christians aren't exempt from having a social media problem. That's why you find some people who I guess go in the other direction, who's like, oh, I don't use my phone except for text messages and calls. So I don't have Spotify, I don't use social media, and I don't touch my phone at all. Because the way that I am, I guess, like stuck to my phone is very different from the way that my parents are, even though they also have social media. Like they're able to just disconnect from it and not check their phone until the end of the day, even though they have Facebook and stuff and they actively use it. So I think it's very much integrated. Yeah.
In our generation. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think, I guess, our brothers and sisters in Christ, what they can do to kind of ensure that they spend more time with God? Because I know there's a lot of people that are probably listening that when they wake up, the first thing that they do is look at their phone on social media. They definitely don't open the Bible app. That might be like 4th, 5th, 6th app that they open after Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, if you use that. TikTok.
Nah, I'm sorry. If you're over the age of 25 and you're using Snapchat, collect your healing.
I want to say if you're over the age of like 23, 24 and you're using Snapchat.
Receive your healing from the Lord.
Be delivered.
Actually, before we move to that part, I just wanted to talk about echo chambers for a bit. And I think...
Echo chambers,
I said echo.
Yeah, echo chambers, yeah.
Okay. So that's what we're going to do today. One thing I realize is social media is marketed to us in a way that we're meant to be able to reach the end of the world. Like you can connect with someone from, I don't know, Swaziland.
Nigeria.
Yeah, and you can connect to someone from Peru and another from Singapore. But the reality is that all these cookies and all these things that you click on and you accept, and yes, I agree, they're all meant to find out like your similarities and the things that you have in common, and so they show you more of those things. I realized that I was talking to my friends about marriage too much when all of my ads were rings, engagement rings, all the rings. If you were into gaming, you probably noticed that all your ads are about gamers and whatever appliances and consoles you can purchase. But that doesn't just do it for like items and ads, it also does it for people, because the amount of times, like when it comes to election and of course stuff like Love Island, where the TL is in agreement, you've been one particular sphere of your Twitter or Instagram and you're like, yes, this person's going to win, you're championing them. But at the other end, if you were to check your friends who maybe is not Christian or doesn't go to the kind of same church as you, or even not the same ethnicity as you, the experience is entirely different. And I think some people make the mistake of thinking that's what everyone is thinking, because you'll be shocked. JIREH, I need to start listening to JIREH. You'll be shocked when you realize that you're just in one small bubble and the rest of the world doesn't actually believe what you believe.
Fuck your backo.
Okay. that's the end. I thank you, Jireh. That's the end of what I wanted to say. Yeah, echo chambers are real, and I think you'd be foolish if you don't acknowledge that as what kind of changes your online experience.
Yeah, but echo chambers also pertain to real life, because some people don't know any other Christians except for the ones that are in their church. They don't personally know anyone that doesn't go to their church.
Is that a bad thing though?
I mean, there's Christians in other places. There's probably someone
if you're
that
satisfied with the friendship group that you have,
I'm not talking about friendship.
No, but like
Christians.
the people I'm talking about the people in your community, right? So if you're satisfied with the Christians that you know and you believe them to be sound, not because you believe it, but because you look in the Bible and you see that, excuse me, that they also believe like the actual word of God.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's something that necessarily needs to be changed. But of course, those spaces do have the tendency to become either cultish, or people just live in this bubble where they don't know that they're wrong, but they don't know that they're wrong, so they can't like find the truth. Does that make sense?
I agree with you, but I would say that it's good to have like Christian friends from a widespread, just because obviously there's no church that's perfect, and if all your Christian friends are from one church, you can be caught up in the whole, oh, this is what my pastor said, and pastor, I don't know,
and the lingo.
You just you become like encased in this bubble, and you kind of almost assume all Christians think and act the same way as everyone in your circle, as you guys are saying, echo chambers. But and having friends from different churches and Christian backgrounds increases unity in the body. At the end of the day, and that's what our ultimate goal. We want to be a united body and accept all Christians from different walks and whatever. So being able to open yourself up to that, it helps with that, I would say.
Yeah, like Anna said, no church is perfect, so obviously there are other Christians out there who might actually have a different view to what you believe in, and sometimes that does need to be challenged to further bolster your belief in what you actually believe in, because if you never do get challenged, it's just I don't even know. I don't even know how I'm going to pivot to this point, but blackfishing. I was just thinking about social media, and I'm thinking about Little Mix.
Jessie Nelson, please don't get Little Mix involved. I mean, I don't listen to any of their music, but I believe she's separated, so let's
separated. Yeah, she broke up from the band to go solo, and then tanned herself to be nearly one of the sisters. So it was
I was speaking to a co-worker about Jessie Nelson today. Subsequently, my co-worker is white, and my co-worker was like, I always thought she was mixed race. I said, I said,
herein lies
the damage has been done. The damage has been done. Even people like Rita Ora, people believe for a long time, people thought she was black.
No, she's like not. She's like Yugoslavian or something like that.
Yeah, but because like I remember when she first came onto the scene, people were like, she's like a British Rihanna. She's not.
That's a smelly tip.
That's a stinks. That stinks.
Stop it.
I don't ever want to hear that. Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, back to Jessie Nelson and blackfishing. Not just blackfishing in general.
Yeah, I only found out like a few years ago that this was a thing. Because obviously, even when we were born in the 90s, blackfishing probably wouldn't have been a thing that people wanted to do to climb the social ladder. People were doing like blackface and minstrels and all that to mock black people. They weren't trying to get black features to their own advantage. They were doing it to mock people like us. So now that I'm seeing in 2021, it's not even 2021, it's probably like the last 10 years where people are tanning more so they can look racially ambiguous. Like Rachel Dolezal saying that she's trans black.
There's more trans. I think I've seen like a trans Korean person as well.
Yeah,
but that's a different.
But he actually got
topic.
surgery.
I'm trans rich,
Yeah.
so I'm just living in that. until it actually happens.
You're
You want to cause trouble. What you said, I don't think they're trying to. I think when we think about the word blackfishing, when you think about the word black, people tend to think West African / South East African features. So not East African, like this side of Africa. So not North, not East, but the West and the South. Does that make sense? Yeah. And that's what people tend to think when you think of the word quote unquote black, right? But the reality is the people who are blackfishing aren't blackfishing to look like, let's say, me or Anna or JIREH. They're blackfishing to look racially. Okay. Okay. That aside, they're trying to look racially ambiguous because that's what sells. Because if you're racially ambiguous, you're more, I imagine you're more likely to be attractive to a wider subset of people.
Yeah, you're more marketable.
Yeah, you're more marketable. And I knew this was a problem. I think when there was like this Scandinavian babe who every night she'll put her hair in like curlers and she always tanned. And some of them put her before pictures. I said, these are not the same people. These are not the same people. And the thing is, obviously, if you want to tan and you want to have super curly hair, no one's stopping you from doing that. What I don't like is the silence of when people assume you're black and then you don't say anything to say, actually, I'm not of the melanated persuasion. I am not that. I'm a Scandinavian babe with white parents. And I think, I don't want to say that black men are the problem, but essentially a lot of the people that
let's talk
you
about
heard what I said.
Let's talk about it.
What did you just say?
Let's
what
talk
did
about
you
it.
just say?
Because
you don't want peace? You want problems?
Always. But it tends to be like black men are the ones that kind of like shoot these people up the ladder and also kind of keep them there. So if as a black woman, for example, I'm going to say, oh, I think she's blackfishing and I don't think it's okay that if people think this person is black and they get their way with it, it's usually black men that are like, yeah, but you're jealous of
but
her.
you guys whitefish when you wear wigs.
And kind of just say, we need to let go of those. Is it those people like is it Melanesia or something? What is it? Polynesia? I can't remember.
Yeah, Polynesia.
Yeah, the ones that have blonde hair. We need to stop using them as examples of black people with blonde hair. Just leave them alone. But it's not often that I see like men blackfishing and doing it successfully. I think Justin Timberlake tried in the 90s or something, but like it's hard to see men do it successfully.
Yeah, because black women would just be like,
yeah, but men don't really tan like that. They don't try to tan like that.
Which men are you talking about?
Do. Some of them do.
Who?
Yeah, yes. I'm thinking heterosexual cisgendered males trying to blackfish.
No, they still do.
Yeah, they do.
Who's that?
They do. They try to.
You're in your echo chamber, right? Hence why you don't know.
Even Love Island, like you hear some of them like, oh,
yeah, but they're not trying to be black, are they?
Yeah, but you're talking about people wanting to look tanned or
whatever.
They become
ambiguous.
Yeah, but even some of the guys will be like, oh yeah, oh you tan really well.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of that Lucinda when she said she's Scottish and something. I said, oh, but you're white. I said, oh, everything you're telling me just means that you're white.
Yeah, it's like when they say,
but the term white is
Scottish
quite reductive though.
Spanish, like you're still white. Like
yeah, but
Spanish
that's
doesn't mean
reductive.
you're not.
Because I prefer to be addressed by my ethnicity than my race, because my ethnicity actually tells you something aside from the color of my skin.
No, so but she was trying to blend it so that she looks like she's like I
was like, I'm not fully white, like I'm not just Scottish.
Yeah, but it's the same way that
Spanish.
Spanish people might not say I'm white. I can't remember the term they'll use, but they wouldn't just use the term white. So I think I was listening to like a podcast when I was reading an article years ago, and they were talking about how the term like white is kind of tends to be more synonymous with English. And so a lot of like people in Asian European countries who really don't like the UK, by the way, they distance themselves. So they might address themselves like in a different way than just to say, I'm a white person. Does that make sense? So Anna, you want to talk? Tell us.
I'm just like, call a spade a spade. I'm sorry to I'm sorry to say it, but
I don't know why we're trying to dress up the titles that
I'm just trying to offer a different
because Latin white,
because
English
really,
white,
really, are we black?
European
no,
white,
brown.
like,
so where do we go from here?
Like,
but Anna, I want to know your thoughts about this whole blackfishing thing, because when I said that black men have a hand to play.
Hey, say it loudly, say it proudly.
The blacks, the XY chromosome black men, those ones, they have a big part to
is
play.
it IC3 males? Is that what you're talking
about?
IC3.
God forbid. They have a part to play.
Yeah, no, I have observed it, like seeing that these people do get attention from IC3 males when they blackfish. It's like they want black features on a non-black female. I guess maybe black females are too much for them to handle. Maybe
let it be known that I love black women. Okay.
This is giving me
it's a thing though. It's a thing.
So I feel like only American
it's not
men
everyone.
Like
it's not all of them, but it is a thing. I especially saw it when, you know, that girl, I think it was that woman girl you're talking about, the Scandinavian girl, where people exposed her Instagram for blackfishing, and you just had a bunch of black males in the comments like just
coming to her rescue,
just like being pick me's, and it's like, she's not gonna pick you, so relax. But yeah,
pick me's, being men pick me's, that is rock bottom. That is rock bottom.
I think the reason why the Jessie Nelson thing hit a bit harder, why people were onto her more, is because Nicki Minaj defended her. Nicki Minaj is in the mud.
She's ruined her legacy.
All you babs, speak to your queen, because she's doing a lot. She tried to beef the UK Prime Minister. Is everything normal? Are you normal?
No. I can't lie. Our Prime Minister is very somehow. So I get why people will feel confident, like stepping up to the plate and like bantering with them. I mean, he even mentioned her name.
I know.
In a press conference, and I was like, look, you've butchered it now. You just butchered it, because now she knows. And I mean, I was speaking to my coworker once again about Nicki Minaj and the whole Jessie Nelson thing. I think what people found challenging was the way they've always seen Jessie Nelson has obviously been someone who's been bullied by the media, especially in regards to her weight and how she was treated differently to the other girls. I believe she did like a Netflix documentary. Talking about her.
Yeah. Let me stop you there. She talks about being bullied, but she never supported her bandmate when it came to racism. I think this is why it's even worse of the blackfishing, because in pictures, if you put her next to Leanne from Little Mix, they look the exact same shade. So it makes it even harder for people who don't know that she's white to think that she's white, because she's next to someone who's actually mixed race. So
wait, so then did she get racially abused as well, or just Leanne?
Just Leanne.
Because it seems to me that a lot of people before the whole ordeal last week on Twitter didn't know that she was white. So how come she didn't get racially abused too?
I think most of the negative comments she got was more about her weight. And I think if she was going to do a Netflix documentary, she would never do one about people are racially profiling me, because she also knows that she's white. And I know that she's white. So
when she goes into these boardrooms or goes into these meetings, she could just dress down and she's back to her white self. So it's not she can put it on and take it off when she wants. Leanne can't do that. She can't come in painted white. That would be egregious, and white chicks kind of
white chicks-y. I don't think what helps her is the fact that she's now left little. So a lot of people loved her because of the, I guess, advocacy that she did for the larger ladies, or just like the regular sized girls that people try to like call fat.
She's not even big.
She's not. And then so you had that. So people were loving her, but then she left. And then she did blackfishing. The music apparently wasn't good. I've not listened to it. And also people were talking about how all the bad boys she's talking about either looked black or blackish, or like either looked Latino. So you weren't getting, apparently, I mean, I've not watched it. I'm not going to watch it.
I've seen it. You are correct.
Yeah. So you had those, so it's kind of like synonymizing, you could even say.
Is that a word?
I guess, I don't know, but it's a word today. If we can say EK Chambers, we can say what I say. as I guess people who look black and dress in a certain type of way. It gives me like Shake It Off by Taylor Swift, where she was dressed like a Latina, a quote unquote typical Latina babe with leopard prints, booty shorts, and some heavy chains. And then she then had Nicki Minaj, who has been talking just a lot of was about people's genitalia swelling and them not becoming impotent because of the vaccine, whose husband is kind of sort of a bit, has had some assault cases in the past.
Yeah, kind of sort of maybe trying to.
He's a criminal. That's what he is.
For me, please. I'm just a small girl in Manchester. Don't come for me. And I think a combination. Also, apparently, the music just was not good.
Yeah, they ruined the Bad Boy sample. How could they do this?
I think she kind of had it coming, and I think people are just being wicked.
The worst part about it was when people showed the bad boys that all her previous boyfriends, they were all white.
Oh my God.
So then it just made it all worse. Because there was no white.
So people are like, so which bad boys do you like? Because you like the bad boys, you like
there's like, you want to, this is who you want to portray.
You like Hugo, you like Oscar, you like Richard.
This is who you're portraying in the music video, but in real life, that's not what you're going for. So
not top pair.
Not Coyote. It's 10. Sorry.
Not Kweku. Just
not Tino. Let's put some Zim names in there too. Like, you're not going for these men, but but I think maybe she was going for more the American audience. I noticed a lot of UK artists, when they try to blow out, they go straight for the American audience. Yeah,
because she had P. Diddy co-sign her, which was
that was so weird.
I don't know.
That was weird.
Sean Very Diddy odd. Combs, come to the front, please.
He's down bad.
If it's not bad enough that you don't pay your artists because you have their masters, you are now co-opting and co-signing someone who's blackfishing on a sample on a track that you made legendary. What is going on in this world? We'll be praying for you severely and strongly. And we pray that the Lord deals with you in a generous and gracious way. Amen.
Wasn't he the one that had that kind of, is it like a reality show where he had all these guys and making the band sing to each other?
Yeah. Although we go, and I thought, what is this?
They're just making a fool of these people. Him and Tyra Banks with some of the shoots from Next Top Model, they have a lot to answer for.
A lot.
Lot.
That's for another episode. We got something for you, okay? We got something for you. I guess my next question was going to be like, do you think like in Christianity, because when I was thinking about this blackfishing thing, when I was talking to Aramide, I was thinking, do certain circles kind of like co-opt black issues to kind of like gather us, and then they kind of like drop the charade? Because I was thinking, I didn't want to say the R word, but you know who I'm talking about, the R camp. The REFORMED camp.
Reformed?
Whoa! Cancel the recording.
Dead ass. I don't know what that is. What's Reformed?
Oh, that's like the I know you. Do you want to explain?
No, but you didn't finish what you were saying about them.
Oh yeah. So I was asking, do we? Because once again, I'm gonna go back to Twitter. Do you think that they kind of like co-opt black issues, so they make it out like they care, but they don't really care? Because like when it comes down to social justice issues, or when it comes down to racism, all of a sudden they're like, listen, brother, I'll be praying for you. I'm not really with you. That's them guys over there. God bless you.
I would never understand, but I'll educate myself.
I was gonna say, like,
I hate that phrase.
You made it sound, I don't know, like when you like, they make it, in my opinion, from what I've come across, they don't really make, there was never a path to the, we were with you. Like there was never, we were with you. But like, I mean, that's one thing about them. They're painfully honest and clear about their stance and situation. Like they don't, well, the ones I've seen on Twitter anyway, they don't really bait you. They're like, this is what it is. I'm sorry. God loves everybody. But
then let me ask about the liberal Christians, because I know for a fact that they definitely do that. And I don't want to name any big organizations, but you know, the article that you sent, that church being one of them. So yeah. What are our thoughts on that actually? What is like our thoughts on churches or organizations trying to, because it's Black History Month and no one is talking about it for some strange reason here in the UK. But when there's issues that actually affect us, unless there's a mass outrage, even in Christianity, people are just like silent and quiet. And I kind of wanted to know what that is, why that is.
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? Like, I don't know, certain social justice issues, like the church is just awfully silent. Like, I think just in general these days, I don't know what's going on, but even stuff like homelessness or just things that the church
or violence against women. I remember when
exactly.
stuff like this is still happening, but not once have I, maybe it's because I'm in my own echo chamber, I've just not heard churches speaking about like domestic violence or the support
like
available, or even what God says
that they're in.
What God actually says about stuff like that. I've not really heard anything.
It's really weird because like the church used to, some churches used to really pioneer like movements towards these kind of things, you know, homelessness, like charity work, helping to push things forward for women and protecting women and stuff like that. And there's just awful lot of silence. I don't know if people are still recovering from, like churches are still recovering from COVID, or I don't know what's going on, but like churches aren't moving and they're not responding to things anymore at all, which is very weird. Like before, when things like this happen, like churches are moving quickly to respond to these kind of things, and churches just aren't as responsive anymore. And I don't know why, because this is the time we need it the most, really, I think.
But one thing churches are doing is offering exclusive packages on worship nights with artists. So I believe it was in Premier. Is it Premier Christian Radio?
Like, you know, so I got like email newsletters, so I got one this morning, and usually I don't really read through all the articles. I just read the article titles and I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. But then this morning I saw a title and I was like, oh, like, okay, I need to read this one. The title was Hillsong's VIP experience shows worship music has a celebrity problem. And I was like, oh, we call it something like. So I was just like, oh, yikers. So then I read it. And it was a very interesting stance, I would say that.
Yeah, I read the article when you sent it to me, and I was a bit taken aback because I didn't know this was happening. I didn't know artists were offering like VIP packages for like meet and greets and like pre shows where I'm like, this is a worship night. This is no different to like me meeting Kendrick Lamar or Drake or J. Cole. Like I'm paying extra to meet the artist, but the whole point of a worship night is to worship the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords.
I don't think that's the case anymore, though.
Oh, should that? Yeah, but why? Why not?
Because you want to commercial. This is the thing. I know, in the effort to make godly music and worship and praise music more widespread, I think I imagine Christian artists now just want to be more commercial. So they might go on tours the same way that Kendrick Lamar might, meet and greet, go on radio shows to talk about their music and their inspirations. And I think, obviously, I'm not in the room with them. I don't know whether they pray and they fast before God told them to have a VIP experience that you have to pay to see them so they can sign your shirt or your Bible. I imagine they'll be signing Bibles.
Nah, if they're signing Bibles, there's a big
that's disrespectful.
There. Yeah.
But I think
don't let Jesus pull up on you. All right.
Okay. I don't know. I just imagine that, I imagine they'll have managers, you know, they'll have social media teams. And so this will be quote unquote the natural next step for them in terms of making gospel music more palatable and more widespread to the general population, so that even a non-Christian can listen to worship music and sing along and not feel something or feel like a wave of emotion, right? But then again, that takes away from the whole purpose of like beholding God and revering him and actually just sitting there and really just like being in awe of him, because that's kind of the awe that worship comes from. So when we actually sit and we think about God and how good he is, how awesome he is, then we can actually worship him as he deserves, because we can actually like, you're like, wow, who am I that I can come so close to you, Lord? But I guess maybe that doesn't pay for artists. Personally, would I go to, to a concert for a VIP experience? No. I didn't do that for J. Cole. I didn't do it for Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. Well,
why would I do that for Hillsong?
One of the excerpts from the article says a VIP experience for worship events is the antithesis. You know the word I'm trying to say, of worship. It says rather than VIP experiences, how amazing would it be if Redacted and Redacted took this as an opportunity to give something back? They could invite local worship leaders to meet with them before the event for free and offer to pray with them and encourage them.
Well, damn, points were made.
That's actually an excellent idea.
Yeah, that is a really good idea. And
yeah, but that doesn't pay. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I get that musicians need to get paid, because they do. Even Christian musicians need to get paid, especially for the work that they do.
Remember that pastor that said he wants to get paid?
I know. Yeah. We're never going to sit here and say that musicians shouldn't get paid. But when it's like a worship night and it becomes like it's a bit weird. I get when it's like it's just you by yourself and you're the main act. Obviously, people are coming to pay to see you, just like they would any musician. But when it's like a collective kind of worship night and there's a VIP package that's not like VIP seating, but it's like actual package, like backstage, this and that.
Like there's a catwalk and everything. Yeah. Like that's really weird. Yeah. Like an on-stage catwalk photo shoot. What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's interesting because the article said that it would have Jesus turning the tables.
So like Jesus is just there to turn the tables.
Like
he's
it would
not
have him
to be. He's not
like it would have him,
character.
Like the same way in the temple he was turning tables, like not in my house, kind of thing.
Yes, that's exactly how Jesus did it, Anna. Just flick the table away.
I just flipped the switch.
Flip.
Which I think is interesting. I mean, I don't know. It's a balance between, people, because I guess gospel and Christian music is so seeped into culture these days. It actually is $1 million industry, and these people can be considered celebrities. Like some of them are getting the same kind of streams as mainstream artists. So like I understand that sentiment, but I also understand the sentiment of, not trying not to quote unquote glorify yourself. I'm not saying that these people aren't humble, but like, the whole bringing yourself down thing. Like, are we trying to say that these people are being unhumble and glorifying themselves as very important people when they're charging people to come meet them and see them? Is that Christ-like because Christ didn't do that? But at the end of the day, they are like they've worked hard to reach a certain level which allows them to do that. So it's
I guess who reached the highest of levels? Jesus.
What I want to know is, okay, when you meet them in this part of this package, what happened? What do they say to you? What do you say to them?
One of the things it says,
oh my god, it's Chris Tomlin, wow, can you shine my shirt?
Yeah,
I don't know.
There's one of the experiences says that you get an exclusive gift item designed by the artist. You also get pre-show merchandise. And you get one premium reserved seat closest to the stage to see ... and ... in concert. Yeah. So
I guess it doesn't sound so bad for the fans, like the people who follow their music. And we can't ignore that music is very far-reaching. and it's even through those songs that someone might even learn about Christ or even know who Jesus is, and so that can like have an important place in their life in terms of wow, I heard a song, or I had, I was worshiping to this music that you made, and I had an encounter with God. So I guess it's not so bad, but I think for me, it's the heart behind it, the heart of the people who organized it.
Idol worship.
Yeah, and also the heart of the people who are going to see them, right? Because you have a front row seat to Jesus. Yeah, you're not jumping as high, you're not jumping up and down.
Wow.
But it's just because it's strum a few strings on the guitar, you're now backflipping.
And I think we'll end it there.
No, but I've got a question.
Oh, okay.
Right, if it was Kirk Franklin, would you get a meet and greet?
Would I get a meet and greet with Kirk Franklin?
Yeah.
You would have left everything. You just see a blur and you just hear the slam of it.
I will dance like David dance. That's what I've been doing. No, I'm joking. Fortunately, because of the opportunities that I've had in my life, I can meet Kirk Franklin if the timing is just right. So I've met other artists before because of like Festival of Praise that we have here in Manchester. So yeah, I'm not like dying to secular artists like that. If K Dot came to the city and someone bought me a ticket, I'm not gonna go, I want to see him backstage. Like, to me, when you're on stage, it's normally just enough.
Yeah.
I know you, Anna, would go ballistic.
I've met him already.
Oh,
so,
sorry.
Yeah.
Said,
and I didn't pay for it. So
me and Kirk go way back.
You can always find ways to do it. You don't have to pay for it. That's what I'm saying.
Whoa, she's
so you sneaking without paying?
Oh no, I was working.
You know the amount of people that signed up to work for G4S because Wizkid is gonna be at the arena.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to bump into him backstage.
So you just bumped into him? Did you say hello?
Yeah, we had a short conversation. And he said, God bless you. And then he
conversation done.
At the end,
yeah. I think we'll end it here. Is there anything else that anyone wants to add?
Call out your black fishing friends.
Yeah, man. Yeah, call out your black fishing friends. Stop letting your friends.
Beloved, leave the town. Leave the curlers if you need to.
And stop letting your...
And if people ask you...
Stop letting your friends on social media be wicked, okay? Let them feed their photographers and videographers and anyone who's really a laborer, all right?
Yeah, don't be friends with stingy people. I'm sorry. That goes past like just you being... I feel like that's a spiritual issue. Stinginess. Release the coins. Release the food.
Yes, because the money is not the sauce, but God is the sauce.
You can tweet that.
Yeah.
It's not the sauce on your food. It's Jesus who's the sauce.
The sauce. You hear that?
Yeah, you just ponder on it. You get it.
Think about it. Think about it. What?
Think about it.
Yeah. If anyone wants to sponsor ARAMIDE, please hit her up. Once again, check out my
don't be shy.
Check out the link in my bio,
Check out JIREH's GoFundMe. He's trying to
it's not a GoFundMe. It's not a GoFundMe. But, weddings aren't cheap, guys.
He's trying to move to Malawi, so
I'm trying to get out of here, out of this country, man. This country's the ghetto. With the price hike going up with energy, I need to leave. All right. You need to leave, sir. You need to leave. And that's me. Yeah, with that, we say peace.
Love.
Joy.
We always say joy, but it's fine.
Oh,
and all
is that not
joy?
Sufficient?
It's evening, but joy comes in the morning. Okay. So I'm gonna leave you with that.
And all them things there. Bye, guys.